November 5th, 2025. It's about 1:32 PM. Commissioners Court special meeting. Let the record show that all commissioners are here today. Thank y'all, gentlemen. I know it's deer season. I sure wouldn't want to infringe on your hunting rights, but y'all are here. Special agenda today. We have, it's like 6 items, sorry. So let's get started. First item up is from Commissioner Arthur. It's to approve a transfer of a grade all from precinct 3 to precinct 2.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Dwayne said we'd hit on the next meeting, regular meeting, he'd transfer the $3,500 over to him.
3,500. That's a good deal.
So I thought we already did this item and it was 50,000.
Okay, $35,000, something like that. I mean, we approve that.
Second.
Got a motion from Greg, a second. Department consider and approve recommendation of the highest evaluated respondent for RFQ number 25-12, architectural and engineering services for the design and construction of a new Liberty County jail. Okay, Harold, or Stephanie, hi.
So we had 3 respondents. Our evaluation committee that you selected in July for things regarding the jail were Matthew Poston, Catherine McCarty, Nathan Green, Billy Knox, Bobby Rader, and Dwayne Dodd. And we graded all the architects based on the criteria that is on this page, and the top highest scoring was DRG. And we are asking permission that you allow purchasing to discuss within their fees and rate schedule.
Okay.
If we can come to an agreement, we'll put a contract together. Ready to go.
Make a motion to accept the highest evaluated DRG.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second to allow the purchasing department to negotiate what the price might be for this new jail. Is there any further discussion?
The only question, this hiring of this architect is just for a jail project, right?
Yes,
And
just
it's
for the
not
new
like
jail.
any kind of
No,
continuing
no
service
master
agreement?
No master contract.
No, okay. All right. So
We're not
this is a
We're not gonna do
specific
that.
event.
Yes.
Okay.
Project specific, that's right.
Project specific. And so this is something that will repeat itself in the future to do the same thing or
For each,
for each
Project.
major project?
Yeah.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't see another major project.
Long
So-
time.
So,
Yeah.
and this is the way to follow the law
yes.
in terms of securing the services of an architect.
That's correct. This
Okay.
is the procedure that's required under law.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, no further discussion. Call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Item number 3 from over at Mr. C's neck of the woods, consider and approve soliciting request for qualifications, number 2603, for a construction manager at risk for the design and construction of a new Liberty County jail. Okay. It's a good move here.
What's our choice?
What says are you approving us to solicit?
Yes.
Yes.
Two steps.
Make a motion to accept DRG.
No,
No, to go out. I'm sorry.
This is to go out for bids or request
Yeah.
for qualification.
Construction manager at risk calls for 2 step process. a procurement process we decided to go with for the jail, and we're asking permission to solicit requests for qualifications first.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
motion.
just solicit for qualifications and then you'll evaluate the qualifications.
So we'll after we evaluate the qualifications, we'll decide, no more than 5 shortlisted firms. And then we will request proposals from them for pricing and fees.
I would kind of I would like a list of them, before when y'all start the
What do you want our qualifications to be, or the weighted criteria? Is that what you're talking about? What we're gonna rank them on?
Yeah.
Do you want to, well, in order for us to be able to send that out after you approve it, I have something typed up if you want to look at and discuss.
No, I don't have to now, but whenever y'all whatever you're gonna send out, I'd like to look at it.
Just you? Or
I
if
don't
y'all
think,
want to, if y'all want to approve the weighted factors for the selection criteria, we should do that now because we'd like to send it out next week. We'd like
No,
to send it out
I need-
next Thursday.
It's not on the
I'd like
agenda.
purchasing agent to follow the law and go through everything,
Correct.
the
That's what
procedures
we're
y'all
doing.
needed to
Yes,
do.
Yeah.
We are following the law. What I'm asking you is, if we go out
Yeah.
next week, do you want to review the qualification before we put it out?
So the criteria that we will use to select the top 5 and then the ultimate awardee, those are included in what we're about to publish. And so she would need to know that.
And we'll have a copy of that.
Yeah, she has.
Okay,
it right
that's
there
all I
for you.
want.
Okay,
If y'all would
so,
like
so
to review it.
this bid conditioning, again, you're conditioning the way you evaluate these folks to place preferences on certain categories, right, over others.
That's correct.
And they're different. I mean, we're in the process of going through an ambulance contract. And so it was different the way the bids are conditioned. So is this something that's a purchasing, do you have a model somewhere that you follow for these different types of contracts? We're not just coming
Well-
up with these on our own.
It's
Well,
statutory.
yeah,
It's statutory.
Well,
That's the key word. I can understand that word. Okay.
we use evaluation factors that are industry standard to architects or like, for example, CMAR, their safety record is part of the evaluation.
Right. Okay.
So we just put the weighted factors to it, and that's why, here's the reason I came up with this. Typically, we purchasing only asks for if we can solicit proposals or solicit qualifications. And we come up with the way we've always done it, the weighted factors, the evaluation committee kind of agrees on everything, we do it that way. But since you had brought it up, I had came up with something. If y'all want to approve the evaluation factors before we put it out, we should talk about it and do it now with the solicitation.
well, it's all on the agenda.
It's not on the agenda.
I mean, I think
I
it's
think
broad
it's,
enough.
I
I mean,
think what we
it
have
is
written
broad
on the
enough.
agenda is broad.
Yeah,
enough.
the backup
Yeah.
I have said, consider authorizing the purchasing department to prepare and solicit a formal request for qualifications. And then at the bottom, it asks you all to consider the weighting criteria. And if you don't like it, we can change it right now, before we put it out next week. Can I give you yours in just a second, so Catherine?
So- Okay. Yeah, I certainly want to look at it, but if we've said that we're following the law in developing this weighted criteria, then it's going to be hard to put someone's personal
No,
visions in
Correct.
place.
I think the big question more is, does Commissioners Court want to set those criteria, or do you want to allow the committee to set those criteria?
Well, the committee should, because they're the ones doing the grading.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little consideration
Well,
for
we
the
go about it.
Commissioners Court to have the opportunity
Yeah.
to understand what the grading criteria is.
My motion stands.
Commissioner Clark, I don't know if this will help. So there might have been some confusion in what we were saying before. The procedure for this is statutorily set. The very specific criteria and the weight for each of those criteria is what the committee comes up with, purchasing advises on.
Okay,
And they don't reinvent the wheel. Please correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but I think they normally look at how other similar projects are bid out.
Okay.
and use
so,
that
so
criteria.
the criteria is the same. It's the weighting that's changed between the one we just looked at for the architect compared to this one, right?
That is actually the same criteria, yes.
But the weighting,
is a little bit
the
different.
weighting is a little bit different. Okay.
And the things we ask for in their qualifications are a little bit different, so when we evaluate.
Okay.
That makes it different.
In step one, you got 75% of the grade will come from these things in step one.
Yes.
And you got 20, 20, 20, 15, 15, 15.
And that's all based off of their written qualifications. And then we did put an interview in there so we could, sorry, thank you, Lee.
Well, then you're clear across the room and they turn their mic off, so nothing's picking you up, so that's what's.
And I put an interview in there so we can learn more about the companies and finalize their step one criteria.
That's more than
Based on
100% though.
No, it's not. It's 75 and 25. 75 step one.
20, 20, and
25.
20 is 60, and then 15,
This
15,
may be
15.
an old
So
one.
it's 45 and then
This may
60.
be the older
So
one.
we're at 105.
Yeah, sorry. No, it's supposed to be.
We're gonna make sure everything is right. 105%.
Well, now that we discussed it in court. So it would be 15, 15, 15, that would be, yes, it'd be 25, 25, 25, like, hell. 60, 75. No, the first step is 75 altogether. So, you're right, it is. Past performance and references will take down to 10%.
I would think that would be, they just stay at 15.
You want it to stay at 15?
I would think past performance and references would be one,
That's pretty important.
References are hard to get, but past performances, the safety record will come into play there, so that is an important one.
yeah.
They're all important.
I don't know if this is a good interpretation. Were you intending that the percentage points on the right be points, not percentages? And then those points would be weighted 75% for step one, and step two would be 25%?
Each of these areas would add up to the 75%. Yeah, all.
I would
of them.
assume that would be points.
It's basically, the same. 75% and 75 points would be the same. So which one would y'all knock down 5% for under the interviews and under the initial evaluation?
I would probably grab it from another category myself, capacity to perform services in a timely manner, because I don't see that one's is real fuzzy because anybody can promise you they're going to meet something. It's these other ones, their past performance, their qualifications and such.
We're not gonna look at what they say. I would think we would.
I
look at
understand.
the references, the places that they've done business before. But, what is one of them?
Qualifications of the proposed team may be good, because to tell you the truth, a lot of people at this level of performance all have about the same qualifications. Their team members typically. So if you wanted to take it from there and make that 10%, that's basically where they tell us the team that they're gonna have work for us and give us their resume.
Yep, and so we're probably going to have zero experience with those folks. We're just going to take the word for it, or someone else's word for that particular team.
When we look at other projects they've done.
Yeah, they submit all the projects they've done, and I know that Billy and Bobby have been in contact with a lot of counties that have had Charlottesville.
The only thing is, sometimes I've been involved in a few of these things, and when you get really close with some folks, and then you look and you find a flaw in your weighting process, and you go, oh, this one is not quite right, but it's leading us toward this other candidate. And at that point, once you've submitted this, you can't change it, right? Because this is the playing field that everybody's looking at. So it is important to get the category weights where you need them prior to mailing them out or emailing them out. Otherwise, you're really dancing with the devil on the legality side. If you change the rules in the middle of the game.
Yeah,
Right.
Here's one way of resolving it, changing 20% to 10% for each of the 3 items under interviews. That will combine to 30%, 30 plus the 45 up top. We'll give you 75.
well, I think you just need to get it to 100%. The 100% gives you you're gonna take 75% of the grade for the way I understood it, you're gonna grade them using this percentage, whatever that grade is, and 75% of that grade and 25% of the, I'm not quite done.
Yeah, so step one is gonna be 75% of their score.
Yeah,
And then the people who move on to step two, we ask them to submit proposals. What they submit will be weighted 25%, and it'll be several things we ask them to submit, but it's all gonna be based on price and fee structure. So they'll submit a pre-construction cost, they'll submit, bond costing and things like that they'll be weighted on.
but should that
So
top
I
part,
think if we do 15 all up top, like Matthew said, and 10 all at the bottom, that gives us 75 for step one, which is what I had intended. I'm sorry for all the confusion.
No.
And then 25 being the pricing and fees for step two. Are y'all comfortable with 25%?
now what, now say that again?
So
You're gonna
you would-
change the bottom to 10%?
No, it's gonna be 25. Step one is still gonna be 75% worth of
Okay.
their total.
The three things where it's 20%, you're gonna change to 10
Yes.
and leave the top at 15?
No, because this is just gonna equal to 75 in step one. Step one is gonna equal to 75.
Okay, so
And
the
then the
top
top-
15, 15, 15 is gonna stay the same.
Yes,
And then 20, 20, 20 will go 10.
10, yes.
I don't like that because this down here, the bottom you thought was most important to start with, and now it's least important.
No, here at the bottom, 25% would be pricing and fees.
Let me show you my chicken scratch.
Okay.
Step one is still worth 75%, step two,
Okay.
25%.
Okay,
Okay, so on the interviews, it would remain at 15 for each, right? It totaling
Okay.
45. For, I'm sorry, for the written part would be 45. For the interviews, instead of being 20% each for those 3 items, it would be 10%. And that would
Okay.
give you 30 total there, plus the 45, get you to 75.
okay, but in the initial deal, she felt like that this part down here was the most important because it was highest numbers.
No, that was just that was an error
I
on
think
my
that's
part when I
right.
was trying to hurry up. And I totally did not mean to throw you off. It's still gonna mean a lot. Of those, that 10% is gonna be a big weighted factor in each of their.
All of those are for the interviews, but the interviews, important though they are not as important as the written portion, and then the step two pricing, you know.
I would think the interview portion would be
But
at least as
I
important.
see what you're saying though. You thought it, from what I had written first, I thought the bottom.
The interview
part
portion was
Should we-
the,
Would you feel like doing 10% for relevant experience in similar facilities, qualifications and proposed team and past performance for references, 10% for each of those? And then 20 for each at the bottom? Is that most important to you when we're working with a construction manager at risk that their team communicates
I would think the interview would be pretty important.
well? Okay,
But I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, the written thing, everybody's gonna have to write up one. But when I'm sitting there looking at them face to face and interviewing them,
So
But-
10 for each one at the top? 20 for each
I don't
one
know,
at the
somebody
bottom
else
is what
would-
he's suggesting. 10 for each
What-
one of these.
What do you think on it?
Well, you have a degree in engineering, yes, and if you was in this interview and you listen to these folks, yeah, but
What do you think?
none of us are engineers.
I mean, it all.
Yeah, well, I believe the relative weights match how we did it with the architects.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Harold, that's not right. If we weighted the written materials more, not, astronomically more than the interviews, but more.
And I think we need to stay close to what we did with the architects as we do with.
I think that the capacity to perform the services is important. That needs to be answered.
15.
The interview is just to clear up anything from written.
Yeah.
Right.
That you're not real sure of, and then you interview them.
We're gonna interview them, to further understand what they've written and understand what they've submitted regarding their approach.
Regardless of how you weight this stuff, it can still be gerrymandered by whomever is assigning the scores. I'm telling you. So ultimately, we've got to figure out who's going to provide the best value to the county. And that's with experience, the type of facilities that have been demonstrated and their ability to get something on the ground that's going to be the best valuable available at the time. We've already looked at this thing, how price escalation has really driven the cost of a new jail. And we might could select the one that has all these really great things. And if we can't afford it, it's really not going to matter. So we need the best value, and all these things are encompassed in that. I see how you're breaking it out, but ultimately that's what it needs to be.
I will say that the architecture firm that we picked shot us some estimates on the price per bed sale, and in my opinion, those are numbers that we can live with.
That's good to know, Wayne. So they'll steer this construction manager at risk into these construction methods and practices that will get this best value.
And then I
So
was
the,
looking the other day, the 30-year AA municipal bonds, which we are, last time we talked to them, they was throwing interest costs around 5.5. And I talked to our bond people last week, and that rate's dropped a point, which doesn't sound a lot, but over 30 years and the kind of money we're talking about, it's $1 million savings per year in interest, so.
but the way you got this, the relevant experience in similar facilities is more important than the capacity to perform the service in a timely manner.
Right, so maybe we should, that's why I'm suggesting, like you had said, 10% for the top 3 items and 15% for the top, the
I think
bottom
I would
items
go,
in
I
the
would go for
interview.
that. I would go for that.
So I'll withdraw my original motion.
Okay, let's hear your new one.
You remember what it was?
Withdraw my second.
Okay.
Now, would you like to make the motion with your changes?
Okay, I move that we approve with the recommended changes of 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15. Are you satisfied? Y'all are gonna be doing this. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, whichever numbers you put to it, we'll make it, and this looks good to me. I think you're right. 10% needs to be for each one at the top and 15 at the bottom.
Okay.
You're correct, I think.
Matthew, will this affect any of the vote we just made on the prior for the architect?
No.
Okay.
No, but it is good that we have an architect. If we proceed and we're able to finalize a contract with an architect, they can help us during the selection of the CMAR.
And
I'll-
they recommended getting the CMR as quick as possible.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, I got a problem here. I didn't get the paper. I don't know what you're looking at. I
There you
don't know
go.
what you're
Well,
looking at.
there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can clean, you want me to clean this up when I get back to the office and send it to you so you can put it as backup?
Yeah, because you're discussing and doing something I don't have any reference for, and I don't have any way to show the
Yeah,
bottom.
this,
Sorry.
they're gonna change these to
Okay.
10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15.
And we need to be able to show the public what you're discussing and
Yeah.
what you're talking about. I'm not even looking at it, so I don't even know what to write up here except 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, so.
I'll make it
okay.
real easy.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we got a motion and a second with the changes that have been noted. Is there any further discussion? Come on, David, you may as well say something now.
No, I'm good with it.
Okay. All right, hearing none, we'll call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, item number 4, Mr. C is consider and approve proposal for the West Wing HVAC system upgrade in the amount of $152,240.40 from Gordian with FH Paskin through Sourcewell QZIQC contract number TXR2 GC 052124-FHP for the current Liberty County Jail. Okay, let's put that in layman's terms. If you would, please.
This is a company, FH Passion is a company we can utilize as a project manager for items at the jail. They went out and got a quote for the HVAC system. This will take care of everything in the West Wing. Heather's happy with it. Bobby and Billy are happy with it. We asked,
Actually, Gordian's the project manager.
Yeah.
But they've contracted this Passion, FH Passion, who is on the co-op. So we do it under job order contracting by state law. We don't have to go out of bids because they're on the cooperative contract.
So this company will look after the best interest of the county also.
They do well.
Okay, well,
I'll
I'm
say
glad
they
we got 3 that are happy. Is Mr. God happy? That's the main thing.
Gordian is paid from the
Yeah.
company. Right, we pay FH Passion.
Go with that, Dwayne?
This is, of course, I believe there's 2 wings, am I right? The east wing and the west wing. And if we can extrapolate to fix the east wing cost as much as it costs the same as the west wing, that'll be that'll be real good for the money that we transferred over there. We'll be in real good shape.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, got a motion, Bruce, second from David to approve. Any further discussion?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Page 1 of 1 on the backup. Since the work includes number 1, ensuring that air handlers 2 and 3 are fully operational and running efficiently. Inspecting all air ducts within the 4 dorms for potential rehabilitation or replacement as necessary. Okay, so does this contract include all the operability and rehabilitation or replacement? That this price 152 includes that?
Yeah, it'll either use what they have. If it's not usable, they'll replace it.
Okay,
That's my
all right. And then, so then when you go in here to FHP, and the scope of work, item number 6 says it's going to install new sensors, wiring actuators, etc., if needed for existing, I don't know if that's a typo, BAS system, BAS, to ensure it's operational. And then item 11, if needed, install 2 duct detectors. So is all this money included in this lump sum of $152,000? Because I know this is some, legal words, but I call them weasel words, if necessary. So if the price is in there already, will there be a deduct if they're not needed? Is it going to be just 152,000 regardless?
It's
$152 regardless.
It is, where it's itemized, if it's itemized where they could take it out, then, and they didn't need to do it, yes, it would be taken out.
Okay.
And if not, it would just be covered, even if it wasn't, usable.
So it sounds like they're going to go in there and inspect a whole lot of things in this AC system, right? And if they work fine, they may, tune them up, whatever. So that price is in there. But if they don't have to do anything, then there's no refund to this amount. There's a lot of things that if it's necessary, if it's needed.
It was my understanding that that's what the thing is gonna cost us if they have to do all that. If they don't have to do all that, it may be less.
And my point is, if they don't, do we get some of that money refunded?
You say it says that in there?
Because
No,
if I'm the,
only if it's itemized.
because if I'm the contractor and if I'm getting paid for a replacement and I inspect it, I'm gonna put some WD-40 and a little duct tape on it and say it's good. And then it'll be on us later on if it's not.
Well, that's what we have Gordian for. And to make sure it's done. Like
But if we're paying to replace it with the new and we know that that'll be functional for a long time. Okay. I just have a level of discomfort with not knowing, because if there's discovery items in a bid and they have a high potential, a high probability of being included, you typically see a price for that, right? And that they can come back and say that price is in there. But if it's not necessary, this is the deduct price. And by the way, the deduct price is never the same as the add-on price because overheads and other things are all considered into it. But anyway, so I was just looking this thing over, and it's just a lot of things up in the air. Who's going to inspect? Who decides whether it's good or not, needs to be replaced? And then do we pay? So if it's just one lump sum price, we're paying for the replacement, whether they do it or not. Correct?
My opinion is, why don't they just do it anyway?
That's what I'm thinking.
But
That's not what this says.
I thought our construction manager would be overseeing that.
Okay. So one is Gordian and this is FHP. Okay.
We're going through FHP by utilizing Gordian.
Okay. And then on the price proposal detail, they've got a factor. They've got the quantities and a unit price and then a factor. What is the factor? Do we know?
Yeah, Gordy has, and I can't think what they call it. It's a book or a manual or whatever that most contractors use in the Houston area. Well, all over, but especially this is Houston area. And that has all this stuff in detail of what it should cost. And the factor is a factor against whatever that cost in their book is, which is going to be based their markup.
Okay. The one, and it has the highest detail price of it rounds to $122,000, and that's the sheet metal work. And 10 guys, I like the language in this thing. 8 hours a day, 5 days of investigation, 10 days of reconfiguring ductwork, 2 days to reinstall the grills, 5 days of cleaning. And they said that equals 1,600 man hours, but where they do the calculating, it comes to 1,760. So if you do the math on all those, it does come to 1,760, but they said that it's only 1,600 man hours. So if their investigation only takes 2 days, do we still pay for that additional 3? At 10 people times 8 hours a day? That's the questions I have. I don't understand,
Gordian would certainly be able to answer those questions. Also, if, these are coming from contracts, through a co-op. The contracts with the co-op will also detail all the additional terms and assumptions that are built into this contract.
But thank you, Matthew. But unfortunately, that's not what we're looking at. I can't deduce that from what's in front of me. So,
And Gordian did go over this quote with us as a team, with Billy and Catherine. Heather, I don't know if you were there that day, so we did get some questions answered, and I think we had those same questions you had, but now that you're asking them and we're up here, I would like to, Claire, if you would like to put this on hold
I
and
think,
get a hold of them, but this is what we are.
yeah, I wish
waiting
somebody
on.
were here from
Well,
them.
that's a turnkey price.
I think when they estimate
They're
that,
gonna
they
fix-
estimate it's gonna take this much time. If it takes less, let's good for them. If it takes more, then let's lose.
That would be like me going out and bidding a job. I mean, I'm going to bid it to the maximum amount of what it might take me versus what exactly it would take me. Now, it's going to be up to Guardian to watch our interest and to make sure that this work is performed. Correct, Stephanie?
Yeah, I just don't see anything in here. If they are able to shave some time off, again, this item 3 where there's 122,000, I mean, 3/4 of this budget is right there. Is there any potential for cost savings if they come in significantly underneath that?
I think they're just showing us how they came up with their cost, like this is what they've estimated.
I think we're going to have several minutes in executive session. Is this something maybe you could call Gordian with
Yes.
real quick and we could come back after?
Hey Danielle, this is Bobby Rader in Liberty Commissioners Court. I'm watching it online Zoom.
Bobby's up.
Okay. They have questions. Can you call Catherine?
Sir?
I think Bobby's talking to Guardian or somebody.
He's on.
Hey, yes, sir, Commissioners Court. I have Ms. Smith with Gordian going to give Catherine a call and maybe she can answer your questions. Okay,
Okay, great.
you have Catherine's
So
number?
we'll hang on to this item until after we,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be my recommendation.
So,
Thank you.
Are you wanting to pull the motions
Do you-
and just take it up later?
You
Or do
have-
you want, we're waiting on a vote.
Leave the motions there. We're just gonna
Okay.
hold off on the vote and move on down to the next. We're gonna come back to it.
Okay.
Okay.
My phone went kaput, so I'm going to have her call Stephanie. I don't have Catherine's number. Stephanie, you have your cell phone? No,
Yes, sir.
you didn't get her card?
She probably doesn't have mine. I probably got her
Okay.
information. I'll call. Can we
Um,
call her during executive session and have her talk to them in there and answer their questions, Catherine?
Yes.
Okay.
Catherine or Stephanie, could you please call Miss Smith? She's at the jail during a tour right now. You got her number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one of them is going to call you. Okay, thank you.
Okay. We're gonna hold off on 4, move on to item number 5. Discuss and take possible action regarding quotes received for mini split units, and if applicable, select one and name a funding source in the current Liberty County Jail.
Yeah, I believe that's a misprint. Should be the sheriff's department. Correct?
Yes.
Well, we-
And also, the quote from Trinity Valley was from May, early May. And talking to him to confirm that his pricing would still be good.
It went up $5,000.
It went up a few $1,000s because he called the train.
The prices went up on the
prices have
equipment.
gone up.
Yeah. Do you have the rest of the bids?
Yes, I do, and I do know, I can tell you the difference in their quotes too.
Okay.
So if you look at Trinity Valley, they have quoted 2 2-ton train mini splits and 2 3-ton. Okay? That's for $45,000. FHP, which this would also be for Gordian, quoted 4 new 2-ton Daikin wall-mounted mini splits.
The ballpark people.
And that's $52,955.
Which Daikin is the large Chinese company in Houston that took over the
Baseball park.
Reliance Center versus Train.
So are these the mini splits that for the equipment that's overheating that we
Yes.
talked about
Yes,
a few months ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's a main concern that
Okay.
we're losing computers and stuff over there.
I got you.
Yeah.
It didn't have enough capacity to handle all that heat generation. I recall Nick Dennis talking about that.
Make a motion to go with the lowest bid.
I'll second it.
Okay. And who is the lowest bid?
Trinity Valley.
Trinity Valley, okay. Is that your motion there, Bruce? Let's go
Yes.
with Trinity Valley? Okay.
Yeah.
Got a motion from Bruce, a second
From Gerald.
Gerald. Go with Trinity Valley HVAC Services to fix the mini splits over the sheriff's office.
Make our IT man happy.
Exactly. Is there any further discussion?
It's for the 45,000.
Yes.
Yeah, it did say something about a funding source though on this. Identify the funding source.
Dwayne. I'm identifying Dwayne
Yeah,
on the 45,000. We're identifying you as the 45,000.
the funding source, yeah. Okay, all right.
For the record, that's a
That
nod,
was a
yes.
nod. Nod's good as a wink to a blind horse. Okay. All right, let's go with we got a motion and a second. We got our discussion out of the way. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Move over to item number 6 from Mr. Poston. Consider and approve payment in the amount of $11,475 to Scott A. Derby for attorney's fees for the representation of District Attorney Jennifer Bergman for services rendered in preparation of a response requested by the State Bar of Texas related to a complaint or grievance filed with the State Bar of Texas. The subject of the grievance was specifically related to the district attorney's job duties as the elected district attorney of Liberty County, Texas. Ultimately, the State Bar of Texas determined that the grievance should be dismissed, and said grievance was dismissed and found to be wholly without merit. Okay. Matthew?
We have an executive session on this. I would reserve my comments for executive.
Okay, all right. Just want to give you the opportunity to say yea or nay, because I didn't know if we were going to just, if you had everything squared away yet or not.
And before we go into executive session, I will abstain and remove myself from the courtroom.
Okay, so hold it right there. Need a motion to move into executive session.
So moved.
Greg. Need a second.
I'll second.
Gerald. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays.
Are you abstaining from that?
Yes.
From
Okay.
that executive session vote?
All right, it's now 2:15 PM, and we are in executive session. It is now,
I got 248.
yeah, 2:48 PM. We're back in regular session out of executive session. Executive session was held under Texas Government Code 551.071, consultation with attorney. And in regard to item number 6 on our regular agenda, and that was for consider and approve payment of $11,475 to Scott A. Durfee for attorney's fees for the representation of the District Attorney Jennifer L. Bergman for services rendered in preparation of a response requested by the State Bar of Texas related to a complaint or grievance filed with the State Bar of Texas. The subject of the grievance was specifically related to the District Attorney's job duties as the elected District Attorney of Liberty County, Texas. Ultimately, the State Bar of Texas determined that the grievance should be dismissed and said grievance was dismissed and found to be wholly without merit. So in the matter of paying Ms. Berman back, what say the court?
Your Honor, I'd like to make the motion that we reimburse the Liberty County District Attorney to defend a decision made in the performance of her official duties. The State Bar found it to be wholly without merit and dismissed.
And if I could, I would ask that the court make a finding that, just as Commissioner Clark described there, that there's a public purpose, that the decision that the district attorney took that formed the basis of the complaint was made in the performance of a bona fide official duty of hers, and that ultimately the bar grievance was found to be without merit and was dismissed.
So I would like to include the county attorney's statement as part of the motion.
Second.
Got a motion from Gerald, a second from Greg.
Oh, one more thing, if I could.
Please.
I believe the request from the agenda item is that the payment be made to Scott A. Durfee.
Yes.
Not.
Okay, so it was to reimburse the cost for the district attorney, but the payment of $11,475 to Scott A. Durfee.
That's correct.
Those legal fees.
All right. Have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Thank you,
And
gentlemen.
Bruce, you're abstaining, correct?
Bruce did abstain, yes. Okay. And I'll make that record show three ayes and one abstain. Okay, now let's move back to item number 4. For Mr. C, consider and approve proposal for the West Wing HVAC system upgrade in the amount of $152,240.40 from Gordian with FH Paskin through Sourcewell QZIQC, contract number TX-R2 GC 052124-FHP for the current Liberty County Jail. Okay. Bruce, you made a motion
Yeah, we
prior.
have a motion in a second, don't we?
I got a motion from Bruce and a second from David. So is there any further discussion?
The discussion was they were going to find out whether or not the inspection items were included, and if they were found not to have to be performed, was there a deduction from the lump sum price that we're approving today?
The two ladies that will answer your question just left the jail, and they're on their way over here. They should be here in a minute. I did talk to her, and she did advise that those items, if could be repaired, they would be. If they had to be replaced, there would be an additional cost.
That's a horse of a different color. Okay. So now we have an open-ended number. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's open-ended now. I think if anything is approved today, it's the 152,000. Anything in addition to that cost would have to come back for you.
Okay.
Yeah, but I agree with Gerald. I mean, they may fix two things and say, hey, we're done.
It's valid.
Is this the wing that they had the fire on? So isn't insurance taking care of a lot of this
No,
stuff?
that's the far west wing, right? Because there's a
There's
far
a west
and a
wing and there's a
wing.
far west wing, and where the insurance had taken care of it, they had an HVAC company come in and clean it.
Oh,
all
okay.
set it and everything, and then this is like to repair the damaged vents from the inmates and probably replace a lot of the duct work. Some people thought it could be replaced. This company thought it could be repaired.
Okay. So we are on a set number. We don't know if this number could go up, but it definitely is not going to go down. Is that
Yep.
what I'm understanding? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, in that case, we'll say the court, you have a motion and a second. Is this, are these terms good with y'all? Because regardless, they're going to have to come back if there is an expense increase,
Oh, that'd be bad.
potential change order, whatever.
Yeah.
They're
We'll
gonna
just
come
see them
back
when
and-
they get back. At least they can get started.
Yeah, we gotta get this done.
Yep.
Yeah.
one way or another.
I will say that that's the intention of us having Gordian involved, is for them to oversee these types of things.
Okay,
And if they foresee a problem or if they don't like the work that this company is doing, they're there to monitor it
okay.
on our behalf, right?
Yeah.
They're old and stuff.
Okay, in that case, I'll call for a vote. What say the court?
Aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays.
Hey.
That is 3 ayes and 1 nay. That was from Gerald. And that motion does,
So,
wait a minute. That motion does pass. Now, now you can. Got a motion from Bruce, second from David to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. We are adjourned.